Hi there. Welcome to my channel. This is Furry's, let's start this over again. I got sidetracked by the cute cat. Okay, as I was welcoming you to my channel, Mrs. Homemaker's channel. Sarge's friends call me Mrs. Furry, and some might call me Mrs. H for Homemaker. Whatever you want to call it's fine. It's the Mrs. So, with that said, in the previous video I had mentioned I'm gonna make ramen. Spiceman 50 had requested some traditional Japanese recipe that I personally grew up with. And the first thing that came to my mind was those instant ramen. Yes, don't laugh. Yes, I'm gonna cook for you instant ramen. But not just the way most people do ramen my way. I'm playing footsies with my cat, so if you see me looking down or looking around, that's what I'm doing. Excuse me. When you have so many cats like we do, my eyes is constantly roaming around, making sure that they're not misbehaving. Hold on, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Excuse me. And you can see in the background that is Pippi. Say hi to the camera, Pippi. Pippi. Yes. That's the pipsqueak. Yes, we know you're here. And I don't know if you can see that one there. Oh, there it comes. No, 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 no. My water bottle. Oop, hold on. I gotta get my water bottle. I think my cats are taking over the show. They know when I make videos, there's food. And I try to keep them under control with bottle of water. It doesn't harm them, but they don't like it. All I have to do is just shake it and they run. But yes. Now, in my channel, you will see me get distracted often. This is just a part of my life, living with cats. I should actually change the title to Living with Cats. But we'll keep this for now. Okay, back to ramen. Let's get started here. Normally, when you open a pack of ramen, I'm doing it from this angle because I want to change the scenery a little bit so you don't get bored. But this is just any ramen. This happens to be Maruchan ramen noodle soup, chicken flavor. So when you open a pack of ramen, you get a block of ramen noodle like this. And you get one of these seasoning packets, chicken flavor seasoning packets. Normally you would break this, put it in and pour hot water, which you can, but I happen to have broth. I always have some form of stock in the refrigerator, stock broth. I don't know what the difference is really, but anyway, we'll call it broth. I always have a container of broth in the refrigerator or freezer, depending on how much I have. They come in handy for a lot of stuff. Just like my hard-boiled eggs. Remember that? I like to have that around. So, instead of using the seasoning packet, I'm going to use broth. If I need more salt, then I will add a little bit of seasoning packet to it. but I don't think. I'm trying to reduce my sodium intake, and the more you eat with less salt, your taste bud it just automatically adjusts to it. So okay, but for some of you, maybe beef, those commercial beef stuff. Now that's pretty salty, so I don't think you have to add these too. But if you need to, here it is. I saved mine. You know me, always being frugal or cheap, whatever you want to call it. I like frugal. It sounds better. So I have in the pot that block of ramen noodles. I guess fried rice I should boil the stock first, but you know me, easy. You like easy recipes. This is chicken. I add whatever you have, and then just pour water if you need to. Now I'm gonna put a little bit more, just so it barely covers the ramen. About about this much. I'm tilting it, but it's almost even with the ramen. I'd say maybe that is anywhere from 1.5 to 2 cups. You adjust it. You know my style of cooking. For the most part, it's no recipe. You just learn by watching or take hints and tips by watching. So I gotta wait till this boils. Let's see if I can talk that long. You know me, I'm not very chitty chatty. But while this is boiling, okay, while this is boiling, let's talk about some of the ingredients. Remember I said in my previous videos, I don't throw anything away. Well, I happen to have a little bit of chicken, so we're going to be making chicken ramen. And we had carrots, I think it was last night or the night before. So I saved a little bit. I could have ate it, but I knew I was going to make this video, so I saved a little bit. But normally, people have leftovers. You don't have to always force yourself to eat everything. Just save it for dishes like this, or fried rice. And I gotta mention something about fried rice later on. And spinach. I was cleaning out my refrigerator, so I have some frozen spinach in the freezer. I'm like a squirrel, I tell you. I just have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you know how squirrels, they stuff their cheeks and they go up into my garden. Really, my squirrels go into my garden, they dig and hide things. Sometimes they forget where they hide, and the next spring the walnuts or whatever will spring up. But that's how I am. I hide things in the freezer when I have leftovers. Because if I don't, I forget, and you don't want your foods to spoil. I've done that already when I was young. So I learned from my mistake. Put everything in a small container and put it in the freezer right away. And I have a tip. A lot of people think lettuce is just to be eaten cold, usually in a salad or in a sandwich. Well, it's just sodium myself. And we don't really need a big head of lettuce, so it used to go bad. I say used to because I was thinking, well, lettuce is greens, and back home we had a lot of different types of greeneries that we eat. We just throw it in soups and stews and stir fries, just depending on the texture of the lettuce. Well, I found that lettuce is a great thing to put in your soups too. Just put it at the very end because it's tender and you don't want to overcook it. I've never tried overcooking it. It might be good. I don't know. I don't think it is, but you never know. So if anybody ever tried cooking lettuce, let me know. But yeah, for this kind of dishes, I often use lettuce instead of spinach, or both if you have both. In this case, I'm going to put both because I just happen to be, I need to clean up my refrigerator. So that's what I'll be using. And of course, it wouldn't be my mama's ramen without egg. She always cracked the egg for us. I remember that well. And talking about ramen, my mom showed us how to make ramen at a very young age. I have an older brother. He's, I think he's like 4 or 5 years older than me. And when we were young, and I was not old enough to use the stove yet, my brother would cook ramen for me. Because my mom, unlike most women of her age, she was always a career lady, a working lady. So after she would leave my brother in charge, and for lunch he would always make ramen. He was a nice brother, and yep. And out of I'd say maybe he was, I don't know. Let's go with maybe 10 years old, 11 years old. He was already making lunch for me. And my mom, sometimes he would make ramen for my mom. That's say hi to the camera, Hoti. Turn around. They can't see your face. This is Hoti. Say hi people. You don't want to say hi people? No? Shy? That's it. I'm gonna have the stove on right now. Okay. See, I'm talking. This is coming to a boil. You don't want to overboil it. I'm going to turn it off so I can talk. Because that's an instant ramen. It doesn't take long, maybe 3 minutes to cook. I'm going to crack egg right away because that takes time. I'm going to simmer it in this hot broth or just put a lid and let it sit for a while until the whites get cooked. Yours doesn't have to get cooked all the way. But I like my whites cooked. If you hear someone talking, it's my Sarge talking. He's making YouTube videos. No, I think he's doing live Twitch today. Whatever. He's doing Assassin's Creed. He plays Assassin's Creed. I'm not a gamer. And I just put whatever vegetables you want to put. And you know, I always said in Japan we eat with our eyes. They try to arrange it pretty. In fact, I should have probably put it in a bowl. Put the whole thing in a bowl and maybe put it in the microwave just for a couple of minutes. That way it's easier rather than try to scoop things out and put it in a bowl. But I think I can do that nicely. The key is to make it look pretty, so it don't look like a just a cheap ramen noodles. It'll look like gourmet noodles. I think that's what Amanda called it. She said, I can't wait for your gourmet ramen noodle. And Amanda, thank you for watching my videos and for the wonderful comments that you made. I'm putting my frozen spinach. I should not have let it go a little too much, but I was busy talking. And sometimes that happens. Even in real life, if you have kids or if you have company over or something. So, these, hold on. I was touching the Japanese dish, so I want to wash my hands. Okay, now, what was that? Oh, I'm not fussy about lettuce, I just tear them. I think my camera angle is weird. The only thing I worry about, not worry, I think about when I do video is my eyes way up there or down here. You don't want to be talking like this and have everybody just stare at my gray hair. I'm turning gray. Yeah, I told you I'm keeping it real. I'm going to tell people I have gray hair as a part of life, right? As you get old, you get gray. Not everybody. My grandmother had nice dark hair till she was like in the 70s. She may have had a few strands of gray, but not very much. Now, my mom had a lot of gray hair. She used to say that's because we caused the stress. You believe that? I think I was an angel. It's my brother. No, he's a good boy. He's a good. I should say boy. He's older than I am. Big brother. And that's all there is. Oh, if you want to make dish soy sauce ramen, you can just add a little bit of soy sauce. Just a little bit sodium in the broth. You don't have to. You can omit the soy sauce. But me being Japanese, I put soy sauce in everything. Just stir the broth a little bit. And if you like to, this is optional. I like a little bit of heat in my ramen. And remember I said for Western dishes, I usually put black pepper. But for Asian dishes, I usually put crushed red pepper. And especially in dishes like this, red pepper is the way to go. My opinion. You know, like I was telling people, and Amanda really hit it on the nail. She took my advice. She took how I was making my fried rice recipe, and she made it her own. Bravo. And she sent me a picture, and it looked wonderful. It looked delicious. She happens to like broccoli and cauliflower, and so she used that. But it wasn't wet or anything, so she must have had it dry or something, because it looked really good. It's a shame she couldn't send me some. But yeah, and that's what I want. I'm here. This channel. I want this channel to be about. It's like Spice Man 50 said. People don't visit their families and have share time with them, spend time cooking. That's when They learn about family recipes and things that gets passed down from generation to generation. And that is so true. We're so busy these days. Families should spend time cooking with each other. I know everybody's busy and they got the soccer practice or whatever. Things go on. But it really is nice to spend some time. Dishes like this is very simple to make and it can be very nutritious if you cut back on the sodium and use a lot of vegetables. And I did not turn the heat back on. Yeah, I want to keep it warm. Then you put the lid on so the egg cooks a little bit. But yeah, I forget I was talking about family spending time together. And that's what I really would like to promote with my channels. People spending time together in this busy world that we live in. You know, you just look around, you go to restaurants or anywhere actually, even people walking, their heads down, they're looking at their cell phone constantly. I mean, I know I'm an old, I guess such calls old part, but you know, you kids grow up so fast, and the time you share with each other, not just kids, even parents, the time we share with each other should be cherished, and I don't see that going on anymore. And that's what I would like to remind people. I guess I'm not telling them what to do. I just want to remind them because we're so busy, including myself. I'm very guilty of that. My mom lives far away, and I wish I would have just made more time to go visit, and I didn't. And she had passed away. So I really encourage people to go visit their grandma or their mom or dad or especially the grown kids. They have their own lives, and that's great. And I know the kids keep them busy, but still, don't forget that you have a parent that raised you and spent time with you. So just remember that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here to preach at anybody. I'm just want to remind. I'm a reminder. Think of me as some kind of a calendar with a check mark. Go see my mom because I wish somebody would have really. I had friends that said you should go see your mom, but it's one of those things. Yeah, I will. I think she's gonna live forever, and they don't. Things can happen, and I don't want you to regret it like I did for a while. But then I got over it. People get over it and they move on. So this is for my mom. I guess I should say this is dedicated to my mom. Go see your mom or grandma. I used to love my visits to my in-law, grandmother-in-law. I spent so much time with her, and I learned a lot from her. She had so much wonderful stories to share, which sadly, but some of her kids don't even know about. I don't know if she just never shared with them, or she wasn't comfortable sharing with them, or maybe she thought they were not interested. I don't know the story, but I happen to know a lot about my grandmother. Even some of those racy stories she told me, which I will never tell. Mhm. But yeah, okay, enough chit chat. It's not cooked yet. I'm not gonna wait. Yeah. So I was glad for Amanda when she made a comment about she enjoys my video. That made me feel good. Thank you again. I think those two are my biggest viewer. I only have 7 subscribers. My viewers are small at this point. I'm hoping they would all share and they would get a little. I would get more views. But if I can help one person, oh, there comes the Sarge. Can I help you? I'm almost done here. I'm making myself laugh. You may come down. You didn't come down today. I could have put more letters, I guess. Can you see this? I thought maybe with this angle and this light, you can see better. Once I scoop it out on the plate, I'm sure you can see it better. See what I mean? I should have really put it on the plate and heat it up. That way it'll look pretty instead of all like what I'm doing. But don't sweat it. I can always rearrange it. And like I said, you cook the egg the way you want to. I happen to love raw eggs. Not raw, but the egg yolks. Especially in soups. I hope it's not gonna crack the dishes. I think it'll be okay. I will rearrange. I hope you guys didn't think I was gonna make the ramen from scratch. That's a little too much. You waiting, Pippi? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll find the recipe and try it one of these days. Huh? If it's not too time consuming. For Japanese, I'm not a real good chopstick user, as you can see. I don't struggle, but I'm just not really good at it. It's funny because both of my late husband and Sarge, they both use chopstick. Actually, they're very good at it. Probably better than me. But, I mean, it still doesn't look bad, even though the spinach got all mixed up a little bit. But the idea was to, just like in pictures, to have it arranged nicely. But yeah, so I'm trying to rush it too. I want to keep this video short since this is very simple. It only takes 3 minutes. My videos won't because I tend to talk too long. And I don't know who wants to watch 3 minutes only. You don't want it long, but 3 minutes. That's too short. I could put a little bit more pepper. I don't know why. These days, I'm liking my food spicier and spicier. Just like I said, just taste. Adjust adjust to your taste. And that's it. Very simple. It didn't take long, did it? Ah, the bowl is hot. I'm trying to find the right angle to show you guys. There's a spinach in here. It just got mixed in. But can you see that? Yeah, just add your leftovers, vegetables, meat. And if you don't have leftover, you can certainly cook hot dogs. I was just thinking, what's a good fast protein to put in? Hot dogs is fine, but just slice it in an angle. I don't know, all kinds of leftovers. You come up with your own creation. But yeah, just to give you an idea, you don't have to eat ramen just out of a pack. If that tastes good to you, then you just go right ahead and don't let me tell you that this is better. Obviously, that's what you prefer. But for me, I prefer my ramen with vegetables, not carrots. Make it colorful vegetables. That would be pretty. And it really looks pretty. I don't know if you can see it, but it really does. I'm not even going to try attempt to eat it because it's hot. But what I like to do also is I like to crack my stir the egg yolk a little bit. It's still a little on the runny side. It's not like hard cooked. And you can see the broth gets a little golden yellow color. It adds extra flavor to the broth. It's really good, yummy. I I love ramen. And you know, I'm not saying it because it's cheap now. People think I'm so cheap, but no, even if I had to pay $1 for a pack, I would still eat it because this is what I grew up with. And like the Spice Man 50 had said, he'd like to see dishes that I grew up with. And unfortunately, it was ramen. So I don't know if this video is going to be interesting enough for you guys, but yep, this is what I grew up with. And this is how most Japanese eat their ramen. You know, they don't just take it out of the pack and pour hot water in it. Even if I see a lot of people when I was working, they would bring ramen because it doesn't take long. You can use at work they have hot pots, you know, or hot water, and I see them making ramen, and I'm thinking to myself, I've even said some to my friends, you know, this is how we eat ramen. Maybe you might want to bring some leftover vegetables and put it in. And one of the girls did it, and she liked it. She said it didn't take her long. It really does it in microwave. It's even faster. So great lunch at a short time, or even dinner on a short time. Easy to prepare. It can be very nutritious, depending on how you make it, what ingredients you put in. And I'm using lean chicken white breast meat. But again, it's not like you're going to eat tons of meat. So you can put almost any meat you want. And maybe that's why Japanese are not so heavy. We eat meat, but we eat meat in dishes like this, not as big chunk of meat. We will flavor the dishes with meat or just put it sparingly like these. And I think that's a good thing to do. I mean, every once in a while you want a nice big juicy steak, but for the most part, eat like this and I know it sounds funny to say eat like this and you'll be healthy because people don't think ramen as a healthy food. But unless, I mean, of course, if you make your own ramen, it's healthier. But this isn't really that bad. It is nutritious, better than some of the canned goods that people open for their kids. And like I said, we were making ramen at 10 years old. So, yep, teach your kids how to make ramen. They can show off to their friends. It looks pretty, very filling too. And believe it or not, as a young girl, I ate the whole pack by myself. Yep, we were always a hearty eater. And of course, I gained a little weight now, but I was on the pretty thin side. Not too thin, but I was never heavy. And I grew up eating ramen, so don't let them tell you ramen's going to make you fat. And that's it. I should take a look. I think it's cool. I'll take one bite. Yeah. Oh, and I don't know about in States. You don't want to do this in States. But when you go to Japan, I'll show you how we eat it. It's okay to drag and slurp like that. And that is it's permissible. In fact, that's how most Japanese eat their noodle soups. They slurp. Of course, you wouldn't do that here. You wouldn't get a spoon of vegetable soup, and that would be bad manners here. But in Japan, it's not considered bad manners. And since this is an Asian dish, go ahead and slurp. You have my permission. So with that said, again, I hope you try this recipe. And if you like my style of cooking, hit the excuse me, hit the subscribe button. Oh, Gizzy. Oh, did you fall? See, I was not paying attention. It's so hard. Maybe this angle is not such a good angle. There you go, folks. You live on YouTube. This is what happens when you have cats. You have to really watch. And that's why I always say it helps to have eyes in the back too. Because they smell chicken, they smell fish. Those are the two things they really love. And sometimes I have a hard time controlling them. That's why I keep everything covered. And I wanted to quickly make this video. And I was being a little careless. That scene you just saw, had I had the stove off, or had I had this pot like this, it could easily tip over. And that's why I'm always aware to put the handle back. That could be true for babies too, or any young kids that can reach, reach the handle. Yes, my nails are not done today. Like I said, this is real. My nails are not always pretty and done. I was working today. I was cleaning and scrubbing and just didn't get a chance to retouch my nails. Sorry. But yeah, a great tip. See, you learn from my mistakes. I just made another boo-boo. It could have turned out to be a disaster. So keep that in mind. For people with cats or pets and babies. And it's hard for me because I'm not a multitasker, like I said. But yep. And see, it just gets me all flustered. I don't know what I was doing. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was getting ready to close off. So that is it for my ramen. And I hope you're not disappointed. But this is my favorite dish that I grew up with. And if you like my kind of cooking, my style, a little goofy, but I do think I give you a lot of tips and advice and reminders. Uh, So if you like it, please hit the subscribe button and please share and leave a comment if you like. And thumbs up. uh, so from Hoti and myself, I never know right or left. Hoti in the back, here. Nope, this way. Hoti in the back. Yeah, Holden. We say, we wish, we pray and wish the world peace and hope everybody have a nice day today. And we want to say bye bye. I don't know where Pippi's at. She gave up, I guess. And Gizzy, he took off. That was enough excitement for him for the day. So we wish you bye bye. Say bye bye, Hopi. Bye bye.